So I debated with myself for a while now if I wanted to acknowledge this build at all. But apparently it's gotten a lot better since the last time I checked, so hey. Condi Reaper is a bit of a weird build. As a spec, Reaper is mostly designed around power DPS, but essentially a single trait makes a Condi build come together, and that would be Deathly Chill, which makes you inflict bleeding whenever you inflict chill. Meanwhile, an absolute ton of your traits proc chill when you do something else. Blind, also chills. Crits, also chill. Fear, yep, also chill. You could say it's pretty cool. As a result, almost all of your damage comes from bleeding, but because of how the rest of the Reaper traits as well as Shroud are structured, you still do a good chunk of power damage too. Now, the reason I hesitated to make this video is that the build has what I consider to be one of the most unreliable gimmicks in its rotation. The majority of your traits that do chill have some sort of long-ish internal cooldown. You know what doesn't have a cooldown? Combo finishers. Whirl finishes in an ice field do chill, and you get a lot of whirl finishes in your kit. You see where this is going. A significant chunk of your damage is supposed to be coming from putting down a Shroud 5 to place an ice field and then spin. And that becomes exactly as finicky as it sounds. The game does prioritize combo fields you put down over those of other people, but that only helps so much, especially when the projectile finisher it creates fly in random directions. In other matters, defensively, you're stacked. Necro usually is, anyway. Between the existence of Shroud and its recently buffed damage reduction, as well as the constant healing from Soul Eater, it's kind of a challenge for you to die. Just mind you that Blood Fiend is here because it's a DPS increase, not because it's a strong heal. Blood Magic over Soul Reaping is also not totally awful if you feel you need it. Utility is good, at least as long as you're actually paying attention to it, because inherently you only have CC and Boon Strip, and you can always take more. But for slot-ins, you have access to quite a lot. A pull, a projectile block, some stab, as well as a res skill, and, again, blood magic still exists. Despite its currently fairly high benchmark, Condi Reaper is still a gimmick build. The reliance on the combo finishers quite simply makes this build unreliable. It's neat, and the defensive profile and its sheer novelty is certainly appealing, and those things can give it an edge over something like Harbinger, but I really struggle to recommend it.
Beautiful blend of talents. blend of talents.